Hey guys, this is Carrie, and in this video we're going to be doing homework number 2. So the computer displays the following lines of code, and we're given 4 example inputs and outputs for this function. And it looks like we need to find out what the pattern is here. So I hope you gave it a good shot on your own, but the pattern from 2 to 5, from 5 to 8, from 7 to 10, and -1 to 2, these are all off by I need to add 3. So it looks like if we input 4 into our function, the output will be adding 3, 7. If we input -10, the output will be adding 3, -7. And the rule for f of x is whatever the input was, add 3 to it. Next up, let g of x equal 4x minus 7. Determine, g of -7. I'm sorry, it looks like I forgot to change some of the letters here. But you might not have even noticed as you were doing it. If you did, very perceptive. So to do g of -7, we have to input -7 into the function. So we do so, and we get 4 times -7 is -28, minus 5 is -33. For h of x, we have this function, and we're supposed to determine h of 4. That means 4 is inside of the parentheses, so it's our input. And we input it in for all of the x's, making sure, as Joe said in class today, to be careful about our use of parentheses and order of operations. In this case, before doing 2 times 4, we have to do 4 squared, because exponents comes before multiplication in order of operations. That gives us 2 times 16 minus 24 plus 1. H of 4 is equal to 32 minus 24 plus 1. H of 4 is equal to 9, I believe, when you simplify that all. Let f of x equal 4x plus 2. If f of a equals 30, then what is the value of a? So with this one, I wish I had done a clear presentation in class because I noticed some students having questions about this. But the best way I would approach it is when we input a into the function, so that means we input a in. This is 4a plus 2. The output is 30. So it all equals 30. So notice that we inputted a into the function. Oops, I should color code that better. We inputted a into the function, and the output was 30. So we need to solve for a. We do minus 2 on both sides. We get 4a is equal to 28. We divide by 4 on both sides, and we get a is equal to 7. For the next problem, number 5, let g of x equal this. It looks like the input for this problem is b, and the output is 14. So when we input b into the function, the output, the answer, is 14. And from here, all you have to do is solve for b. Let me do that for this one, times 2 on both sides. 3b minus 5 equals 28. We add 5 to both sides of the equation, and that gives us 3b equals 33. We divide by 3 on both sides, and that gives us b equals 11. Next up, we need to solve this equation for x. So we talked about this in class. To strategize where to begin, you start with the variable group or term or the thing that's furthest from x. So in this case, these are all grouped above c, and the c is alone as the denominator. So we start with the c. We do multiplication by c on both sides to cancel division by c. That gives us this. Now the 1 is the furthest, so we add 1 on each side. That gives us ax over b equals dc plus 1. We multiply by b on both sides, and we don't want to be sloppy here, as Joe said in class. We want to make sure that we include the parentheses to show that we're distributing the b to each term. That gives us ax equals b times dc, b dc plus b, and the final step is to divide by a. So x is equal to b dc plus b over a. Now one thing that's nice to do here is there's a large number of variables in this term, and you can reorder them in any order you want. So personally, if I have a lot of variables, I like to, for my final answer at least, make the variables into alphabetical order just because it's easier to read. So this is our final solution for x. Okay, guys, that's it. So I'll see you tomorrow morning, first period in class. Hope this was helpful. Bye.